There are 4 different species of African shell dwellers that I know of with scientific names. I'm sure there are more, but there are 4 that I see people talk about when it comes to keeping the animal in the aquarium. I have the Neolamprologus multifasciatus, or multis for short. They're the smallest of the available shell dwellers. There's another species that's about the same size, and the biggest difference that I could tell was that the lines on their heads for the multis, the ones that I have, stop around the gills, whereas this other species, the lines keep going. A lot of shell dweller fry right now that I'm trying to raise up. This will be my second go around doing that. I think I'm doing a lot better job because they're in a species only tank this time. When it comes to the multis, I have 2 pieces of advice. That's lots of sand. They say 2 inches, but as much sand as you could put in there, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of sand will make them very happy. They love to dig. They like big sand dunes and escargot shells. Give them lots of escargot shells. They're going to love it. They're going to love you for it, and they're going to breed like nobody's business in your fish tank as long as you keep it clean. The multis are a beautiful fish, and they're communal and really, really interesting to watch. And when they're breeding, watching all the babies like come up from the shells and then dart all back down is just really cute. What else can I tell you about the multis? Oh, water parameters. That's what we talk about next. Water parameters. All right, the multis are great. Communal fish, lots of sand, lots of escargot shells. Water parameters. I keep mine at 7 pH. Online, they recommend you do like 7.5 to 8.5, but my multis have lived in this water their whole life. You buy them, you ask the person who's keeping them what they keep their water parameters are. It's probably something you should do for any fish when you're gonna, transfer it to your system. All my tanks are sort of set up the same, so they all have the same baseline water parameters, which helps me when I'm moving fish around. I don't have to constantly change them to my different tanks because my tanks are all the same. Temperature, I keep them at a 79 degrees. I don't keep them at 80, I keep them at 79. Does that mean you shouldn't keep them at 80? I don't know. I keep mine at I keep mine at 79. They seem to love it. I probably did it based off of some number online. Someone online was probably like, they like 79 degrees. And I was like, all right, I'll do 79 degrees. So that's where we're at with the temperature. They really like a high ppm or GH. GH, it'd be like 8 or 10. For ppm, it's around 200. And that is measuring the hardness of your water. Shell dwellers and other African cichlids come from really rich, hard waters with lots of minerals in them. It's just what they like. It's what they are. These fish you see behind me are my first generation giving birth and raising, my second generation. I bought these fish maybe 4 years ago. I spent $120. I think they're the most money I've spent on a fish. And I've made $0 off of them, but with this new breed of fish, I'm hoping to make some of that money back. I have so many shell dwellers, I won't have anywhere to put them. I'll have to sell them, it'll be perfect, it'll be great. So many shell dwellers, so little time, as they say. Shell dwellers are also a really interesting social fish. They have a lot of interactions with each other, they have a lot of personality, they create diverse groups. They will bully out lesser males for dominance. I think my tank right now is 1 male to like 10 females, and I have another sub male somewhere, but he's disappeared in my other tanks because I had to move him out because he was getting bullied, and he wouldn't eat, he wouldn't do anything. It was for the best. He seems happier, but I don't see him anymore, so take that for what it is. What else can I say about the shell dwellers? Oh yeah, no, they're a lovely community fish. They're not a lovely community fish. I need to stop saying that. They're a lovely social fish. And, I think shell dwellers can really fall in love. I have to ask you a question right now, a serious question. Do you think fish could fall in love? I'm not saying every fish. There are plenty of fish that definitely don't care. My mountain minnows do not care. about who they're mating with, I don't think. Like, it's all about who's the most fertile. It has nothing to do with their personality or anything. And then the shell dwellers, I don't know if that's the same case, but they definitely seem connected on a different level. I separated two in that tank that you're seeing behind me with the 1 male to 10 females. It used to be 2 males to 10 females, or 11 females, I guess, until I moved the second older male, not of my generational fish, but of my original purchase, to a different tank because he had a swim bladder issue. He was swimming sideways everywhere he went. And I was worried that not that he would spread the disease to other fish, but that, like, his competition with the other male was hurting my chances of a lot of fry. That his age and his woundedness also correlated with some level of infertility in my mind. So I moved him. And him and that other, his one lady that he had in that tank, just never seemed to truly recover. They always seemed stressed, especially the lady. And one day, I came to the tank and they both looked white. Pale white. At the same day, different tanks 5 feet apart from each other. Pale white. And I was like, well, there's nothing I can do about that, but it doesn't look good. And the next day, they were both dead. It took them a week to pass away from being separated. So I ask you this. Can fish fall in love? And if fish can fall in love, can fish die of a broken heart? I don't know. But I like to think they can, at least some. I don't think every fish is looking for its soulmate, but I think being separated from someone that you were close with can be hard for anyone, even a fish.
Yo, you don't put the fish down, I'ma put it down for you. Hit you with the swordfish tactics. Hit you with the goldfish tactics. Hit you with the